Hi everyone, it's Suzanne Wagner, and it's time for Astrology Numerology for January 31st, 2018. If you add this date together, you get the number 7. Only by looking at the past can you create better strategies for the future. The exploration of knowledge and information gives you the ability to compare and analyze objectively and come up with a more unified and complete solution. If you do not study history or the choices and decisions you have made, you are doomed to repeat patterns again and again. When people say to me, "Why does this keep happening to me?" it is always a lesson that they tried to push away and not have looked fully at and seen the hidden meaning or message that they actually need to look at. With today being a number 7, take a look at the repeating patterns that happen in your life and use that amazing mind of yours to see and acknowledge the patterns that are repeating. Then notice why you keep falling into those patterns and repeating the same behavior. All you can do is learn to walk away from dysfunction and make a completely different choice and learn that steps of that choice if the outcome is going to improve your awareness and situation. Why do you do certain things? Why do you make that particular choice? What does that choice really give you? Does it make you feel like a good person to keep trying and again and again to do a particular action or to make that particular choice? Perhaps you have to face being less nice and to be honest. Perhaps you have to learn that being nice all the time is the doorway to codependency. That choice creates resentment and more dysfunction over time. The full moon on January 31st is both a lunar eclipse, a blue moon, and a supermoon. This full moon is in Leo. Expect your emotions to be heightened and everything is going to feel more activated and intense. If you wake up early in the western U.S. and Hawaii, you might get to see the total eclipse of the moon. This eclipse makes you reflect back to August 7th, when there was a lunar eclipse at almost the exact same degree of this particular eclipse. Over this past 6-month period, you have been pulled apart to gain perspective and to make choices that serve who you are becoming. You are seeking wholeness. Leo asks you to open your heart and express your passionate self and creativity that is inside trying to get out. It is time to take back control into some area of your life. Aquarius steps back to see the bigger picture and then hold the higher ideal for all to see. Aquarius creates win-win environments and urges people to play nice together for the greater good in spite of different philosophies through politics, religion, or race. Also today is going to be in February, from today until February 17th, I can talk this morning, the communications planet Mercury travels through Aquarius, and this is a highly social time and a moment for reaching out to new friends and consider how you can bring your invention to a market. Because ambitious Mars recently moved into Sagittarius into the middle of March, you must assert your ambition, bring expansive ideas and dreams into the reality. This eclipse occurs in the sign of Leo, pushing emotions to the surface and pressing you to look more closely at what you need, what you lack, and what you really want. Epiphanies are likely at this time as you become acutely aware of your true feelings on a particular matter. You may feel as if there is something that you are missing, and this new awareness can propel you into some new clarification and action. Eclipses are tied to changing circumstances. However, you're usually the ones to precipitate or to attract changes because your inner guides know that you need it. With the moon full and bright in the sky, symbolic illumination is destined to occur in your own life. This lunar eclipse is part of a set of eclipses occurring along the Leo-Aquarius axis that will complete in January of 2019. Also today, Mercury enters Aquarius, where it will transit until February 17th. When Mercury is in Aquarius, you seek new ways to see and do things. It's time to be more progressive and objective about how you think a problem through. Your communication and thought patterns are spontaneous and liberal, though perhaps fragmented at times. Inventive thinking is at its peak during this cycle. The moon spends all day in the creative sign of Leo, adding energy and illumination as well as intensity to the already powerful light shifts that are happening. I thought today, because we're at the end of January, I would do a little bit of a February preview. Because on Valentine's Day, there is a solar eclipse in the friendly sign of Aquarius, and it is best not to initiate any new projects just days before an eclipse or days just after an eclipse. So choices made at that time are thought to have kind of an unknown or karmic energy implication or choice to them. So I hate to disappoint you, but it is not the best time for a marriage or marriage proposals this particular year. The moon is in Aquarius on Valentine's Day, and it is a better time for friendships, sharing of visions for your life, things like that. Be certain you are looking at your relationships plus the rest of your life for where you are now rather than getting caught up in fantasy thinking. Venus will be traveling through Pisces February 10th through March 6th, so remember to not get lost in any illusions. The positive side of this combination is to kind of, note that the solar eclipse is positioned almost exactly opposite the total solar eclipse that happened in August of 2017, and the emotions and the choices that dictated your actions then are up for review. An example is that North Korea, during that time in August last year, was fiery and dramatic and prideful as the eclipses were in Leo. And so there was this, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? It seemed almost too volatile. It seemed too intense. But hopefully with this cool, detached Aquarian energy, this will bring a more level head to your choices and decisions and the making of strategies as you go forward. February is a time to keep your heart open, but to stay detached from the drama. So the quote for the day is from me. I made this one up today. So the fears you don't face become your limits. The anger you don't face becomes your prejudices. The wounding you don't face becomes your armor. The rage you don't face becomes superiority. The shadow you don't face becomes war, and the unwillingness you have to change becomes social collapse. So everybody have a really great day. Thank you so much for listening to the videos, and I'll see you again. Thanks. Bye.